me clearly, America is not a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an update on the AP African American course being banned down in Florida. Ben Crump is now threatening Governor Ron DeSantis with a lawsuit. And there are a lot of people speaking up against what the governor is doing. I'm going to go ahead and play this NBC News video, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
African American Studies course is causing quite the stir.
Yeah, today in Tallahassee, lawmakers and activists gather to denounce the state's decision.
NBC6 reporter Steve Litz has been following this controversy. And Steve, the governor could face a lawsuit over this.
That was the threat made today by a noted civil rights attorney. You're going to hear from him coming up in my story, Jackie. But if let me tell you, if a high school student, for instance, here at North Miami Beach Senior High School, wants to step up his or her game inside the classroom, they would enroll in an AP class, an advanced placement class, which is a college prep course. One has been in the news lately, that Black History course, which could be the subject of a lawsuit now. Inside the state capitol, the voices were loud, critical of Ron DeSantis' rejection of an advanced placement African-American history course.
And because nobody coming to save us, we gonna save ourselves.
The politicians passionate on the issue, so were the high school kids eager to take the class.
I can't believe that this is 2023 and America is talking about censoring education. This is America, not a communist nation.
Simply because Florida lawmakers may be uncomfortable or even afraid with the course's criteria because it is too woke, does not grant them the right to take away this opportunity from thousands of students across the state.
High-profile civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump
You cannot exterminate our culture.
in Tallahassee and leading the opposition, threatening a lawsuit against the governor if the Black History course is not permitted. NBC News obtained the 79-page description and analysis of the course, which delves into subjects like Africans in Europe, different regions in Africa, also learning traditions. Some topics, though, Governor Ron DeSantis and others find offensive, like Black queer studies, the reparations movement, also the concept of intersectionality, which ranks people based on their race, wealth, and sexual orientation. Miami-Dade Republican State Representative Tom Fabricio noting how state law already requires curriculum on Black history.
That AP course, that was an add-on on top and separate and apart from all of that. So we're not limiting any kind of African-American education, but that course in particular, that AP course, includes a lot of things that are ideology aren't necessarily facts.
We expect this matter to stay in the news. The governor's administration, the DeSantis administration, has staked its position and is pretty adamant about their approach to this course. And then, of course, you heard the politicians and the protesters and the students there. They have their interest and they feel as if this class should be permitted. Interesting to note, if the College Board amends the curriculum to the satisfaction of the State Board of Education, then this class could be permitted. We'll see how this one opens up down the road. We'll keep you posted. Live at North Miami Beach tonight, I'm Steve Litz, NBC6 News.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did a screenshot on the items that Ron DeSantis wants removed from the AP African American Studies. And as you can see, the first one is Black Queer Studies. Whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of people that don't like it at all, that send their children to school. LGBTQ is now part of the curriculum in schools all across this country. It's everywhere now. And then you have reparations. I don't see how reparations being part of African American history is such a big deal. It's not like we got the reparations, but now y'all can clearly see all this chatter about reparations is bothering the hell out of them. So it's so much that they don't want it in the school curriculum. But see, it's okay to put LGBTQ and all this stuff about immigration, all of that can be in there. But the conversation about reparations, he doesn't want in there at all. You can tell it's deeply, deeply bothering many of them in this country. They don't want to hear it. And the only counteract is you're not going to get reparations. Nobody's paying attention to that. That's what you don't get. Nobody's going to pay attention to you saying that over and over and over. That's why now when you say it, it doesn't quash the conversation. The conversation continues on. The demand for reparations continue on. You're not going to diminish the movement by getting all upset talking about what somebody ain't going to get. Nobody's paying attention to you. And that's what's bothering you too. See, before in the past, you could say that and it would kind of quiet down. It's not going to quiet down. We are beyond those times. If that's the best thing you can come up with, then you have nothing at all. So intersectionality ranks people based on race, wealth, and sexual orientation. Well, that's been a known thing forever now in America. So what is Ron DeSantis saying? Everything in European studies, everything in Asian studies, everything about everybody else's history is acceptable. So there's no parts in their history that he don't like, just African American. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. This man is clearly showing his racism big time, especially on the reparations movement. And I want you to also take notice to the fact that all of the southern states that favored and still do, don't believe because we're not out in the plantation fields today that these folks still don't favor slavery. They do. So all of the southern states that favor slavery are the exact states that won't even consider putting a commission together for reparations. Just take notice to that. None of them are doing it. None of them. They're not even attempting to do it. And it just goes to show you, no matter how much these people claim things have changed, things ain't changed that damn much up in here. The attitudes are all the same, for real. But now a lawsuit is coming. A lawsuit is coming. And what criteria did he use when they looked at the other history that's acceptable? But see, there is no white supremacy in none of the other history, but it is in African American studies. That's the problem. See, they want to do racism. That's why they send their kids to school doing things to Black children. See, it's okay to do those things, but just don't talk about it. And nobody's going along with that. We don't have to do things to make you comfortable. The hell with making you comfortable. The hell with that whole thing. We don't have to do that. We're not obligated to do it. To hell with you and your damn feelings. So, y'all, I hope they move forward with the lawsuit. I really do. And I hope that parents in Florida will finally wake up and understand the environment that you are sending your kids to. This can all be eliminated if you would just do more homeschooling down in Florida. If y'all would just step up homeschooling, there would be nothing this governor can do to you or your children. But I realize many of you consider the school your babysitter, and you don't want to give that up. That's more important than anything else. Even all of this stuff going on, that babysitter part is the most important thing to you. So if where the school fails, you got to pick up the reins and make sure your children learn Black history, African American history. That's what they call it here in this country. You have to make sure they know the history. You should have been doing that all along, as far as I'm concerned. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.